B. Synthesis. We have seen that during the coming races and subraces certain very definite development may be looked for in connection with monasic unfoldment. And it is worthwhile to note particularly that as far as the evolution of manas in this round is concerned, its highest efflorescence may be looked for during the next 500 years. The coming in of the two final root races marks the point of synthesis, and the gradual utilization of that which has been monasically achieved. This will be brought about by a development of abstract thought, and of intuitive recognition. In other words, manas has, during the past three root races, been principally applied to the understanding of objective existence, to the adaptation of the dweller in the form to his environment on the physical plane. From now on, the trend of activity will be towards the understanding of the subjective side of manifestation, and towards the comprehension of the psyche of the individual life, divine, planetary, or human. In the next round, all the previous stages will be recapitulated, and manas will demonstrate in ways inconceivable as yet to the half-awakened consciousness of man. In that round, 3/5 of the human family will be fully aware, functioning with uninterrupted continuity of recollection on the physical, astral, and lower mental planes. The emphasis of monasic evolution will be laid upon the achievement of causal consciousness, and upon the scientific construction of the bridge which should unite the causal vehicle and the permanent monasic atom on the abstract levels. During the 6th and 7th rounds we shall again have the synthesizing process at work in a manner analogous to that which lies ahead in the 6th and 7th root races of this round. To express the whole matter in larger terms, the heavenly man will be achieving the consciousness of his causal body on cosmic levels, with the consequent reaction, repolarization and alignment of his body of manifestation. Under the law this will work out as demonstrated quality, and ordered intelligent purpose in every kingdom of nature, and will produce unifying results within those kingdoms of a kind inexplicable to man at his present stage of monasic development. We need not, therefore, give further time to the consideration of them, for the mental concept of man could not measure up to the magnitude of the theme. In summing up what I have written anent this matter of the discriminative faculty, the intelligent activity, the adaptability nature, and the transmutative power of manas, I would like to point out that so far-reaching are these developments that every department of nature, macrocosmic and microcosmic, will show forth these aspects, and show them forth in a ninefold manner before the consummation is achieved. And man has found his course. Let us, therefore, look for a brief moment at the microcosmic manifestation, leaving the student as far as he is able to work out analogous ideas in relation to the heavenly man, and the solar logos. Monasic characteristics and the plane's eye. On the physical plane. Here this quality demonstrates as a. The selective power of the atoms of the body. B. The adaptability of the physical form to its environment, and to its circumstances. C. The ordered purpose of the informing life, as it affects the physical form and atoms. D. The transmutative power, inherent in man though as yet unrecognized by him, which has brought him to his present stage of physical existence from that of animal man. It concerns also the transference of the life onto monasic levels. II. On the astral plane. A. The discriminative power of man, to choose between the pairs of opposites. B. His adaptability to emotional conditions, and his power to attain eventual equilibrium. C. The power of man, through conscious purpose, to clear his astral body of foreign matter, and to ensure its translucence. D. The transmutative inherent power which transmutes, or transfers the life into Buddhic forms eventually. II. On the mental plane. A. In the selective power of man, to choose the form through which to manifest. B. His adaptability to mental currents and vibration, and his utilization of them to control the lower forms. C. The working out of purpose through the medium of the two lower vehicles. Impulse emanates from the mental plane. D. The transmutative power which transforms the entire lower threefold man into a new form, the causal body. This process of transmutation is carried on through the entire series of incarnations. IV. On the abstract levels of the mental plane. A. The ability of the ego to discriminate as to time and space in the three worlds. B. Egoic adaptation of matter and circumstance of time and environment to the specific need under the law of karma. C. The intelligent purpose which lies back of all physical objectivity, and which is seen working out in every life. D. The transmutation, or transference, into the triad of the life of the ego as it functions in the causal body. This results in dissociation from manifestation in the three worlds. To effect this transmutation, which is a point at times overlooked, the thinker in the causal vehicle has to do three things: 1. Build and equip the causal body. 2. Bring about conscious connection, or control of the threefold lower nature through the agency of the permanent atoms. 3. Bridge the interlude between the causal body on its own level, and the monasic permanent atom. V. On Buddhic levels. A. Discriminative power here demonstrates as ability to distinguish between the abstract and the concrete, and to arrive at conclusions apart from the ordinary apparatus, the mental body and the physical brain. B. Adaptability to hierarchical enterprise shown by the initiate or master, and his receptivity to life impulses and spiritual currents emanating from the planetary logos of his ray, a thing at this stage impossible of conscious realization. C. In the ordered purpose, which guides the choice by a master of one of the 7 paths of endeavor. Thus choice is based on knowledge and not on desire. D. In the conscious transmutation he undertakes in the work of evolution, and in the gradual transference of his own life, and the life of his group, into the monadic aspect which is reflected in the Buddhic. VI. On atomic levels. A. In the selective work of the adept as it relates to planetary manifestation, and the discriminative power, which guides all action relating to his own planet, and the 2 others associated with the Earth, as a systemic triangle. B. The adaptation of groups, deva and human, to certain types of influence and vibration, which emanate extra-systemically, and which from high cosmic levels play upon groups, fostering certain attributes for which we have, as yet, no terminology. C. The synthesizing work of the Brahmi aspect as it works out in the blending of the 4 minor rays into the 3rd major. D. The transmutation which results in planetary obscuration in connection with 5 of the heavenly men, and which as in the previous work of synthesis concerns microcosmic evolution and is participated in by man. I would call attention to an interesting point. As more and more of the monads are resolved back into their source, it produces a gradual obscuration of the particular heavenly man, in whose body they are the cells. Though this may look to human vision as extending over a profoundly long period, from the point of view of universal or group consciousness it is occurring now. For instance, such an event as the obscuration of the manifestation of the logos of our Earth scheme is already in process, and began in Lemurian days. VI. As regards monadic discrimination, adaptability, purpose and transmutative power it is needless to enlarge. All these ideas and concepts are of value only in so far as they produce within the thinker a more intelligent appreciation of the grandeur of the divine plan, an appropriation of the energy and force which is his by right of participation in the processes of manifestation, and a wise cooperation in the furtherance of the evolutionary plan as it affects him individually and his groups. Division C. The egoic ray and solar fire I. The nature of the causal body 1. It is formed by the contact of the 2 fires of spirit and matter. 2. It is produced at individualization. II. The nature of the permanent atoms. 1. Their purpose. A. They are force distributors. B. Conservers of faculty. C. Assimilators and transmuters. D. Vehicles of memory. 2. Their place in the egoic body. A. The astral permanent atom. B. The atomic triangle. 3. The spirally and the egoic ray. A. The composition of the permanent atoms. B. The planes and fiery energy. C. The three fires. 4. Summary. II. The egoic lotus. 1. Wheels or centers of energy. A. Centers of force. B. The causal body, the monadic heart center. 2. The 12-petaled lotus. A. The knowledge petals. B. The love petals. C. The sacrifice petals. 3. Summary. I. The nature of the egoic, or causal body. The subject of the egoic ray and its relation to the second fire is one of vital import to 3 types of people. Those who are interested in the true psychology, or in the evolution of the psyche. Those who are on or nearing the path, and hence are coming more and more into touch with their own ego. Those who work with the souls of men, the servers of the race. The reason for this is because in the due comprehension of this subject, that of the ego functioning in the causal body, comes the ability to work scientifically with the problem of one's own evolution, and to do good work in aiding the evolution of one's brother. 1. Egoic manifestation is produced through the medium of 2 fires. Let us therefore consider somewhat the subject of the egoic ray and the causal body, viewing it from the standpoint of the microcosm, and leaving the student to work out for himself the analogies where the logos is concerned, conjuring him to bear in mind that the analogy must ever be drawn with due emphasis upon the fact that all that the human unit can comprehend is the manifestation of the solar logos in the physical body. In all manifestation, as we well know, we have duality producing triplicity. Spirit meets and contacts matter. The result of that contact is the birth of the son, or the ego, the consciousness aspect. The egoic manifestation is therefore the middle aspect, the place of at-one-ment, and, after due evolutionary cycles, the place of balance, or of equilibrium. It should be noted that the analogy between the logos and man is not accurate, for man has to undergo the whole process within the solar periphery, whilst the logos, within that periphery, goes through the stage analogous to that which the man undergoes when his astral sheath clothes itself with etheric matter and he takes physical incarnation, which was touched upon when considering the subject of fire by friction. It will consequently be apparent that, in considering the manifestation of the ego, we are dealing with the point of central emphasis in man's threefold manifestation. We are concerning ourselves with that division of his nature which concerns the process of making him the perfect 6-pointed star during the preliminary stage, the threefold personality and the threefold triad merged and blended, and perfectly produced through the intermediate point, the causal body, and which, when the physical body is eliminated, makes him the 5-pointed star or perfected Manasaputra. To state